lion. To hell and back. Prepare for battle! If you want peace, you must prepare for war.
Buy boots anymore if you want to go that
That is
route.
true.
Ooh.
Shaves off a little gold early. Get like a little wind lace and you're about the same movement speed. Catch up later. So it's a little accelerator early. I don't know if, I think last time I saw a Centaur played here, they went the other talent, which the old Counter-Strike double-edge talent.
Wow.
So you take 1,000 damage and then your next double edge does 250 more basically.
Oh, gracious.
The flex picks here coming out for Falcons, we still don't know where anybody's going because also Razor has a lot of flex potential. We saw, of course, Skeeter play it earlier as well. So
This hero was a slight loser, I think, in the patch because he lost that 15 talent. One of the heroes that got pretty nerfed by that because he used to steal armor, which would give it to himself. So it was a big damage swing since his right click was all physical and his ulti lowered armor. But it's still being played sometimes, certainly, because it does give you flex potential, and it certainly still works as a carry or a mid or an offlane.
I wonder how Falcons want to deal with what Gaimin are kind of presenting them right now, because when you get jumped by the Centaur or the Storm, all of your heroes are kind of dying, like even the Razor or the Timber. And generally, when you are going up against this, you either A, have enough chaos that when you run in that they're all spread, like the Timber, the Razor, and your last core, they run in together. So yeah, they take out one, but then you still have two cores. Or you have a lot of backline jump yourself, which I feel like Falcons are not really presenting at the moment. I could see them like maybe last pick Amar's. He always goes on the two supports. You go in with your cores and like try to make that happen. Because I really like what Gaimin have so far. I feel like they're in a great position in this draft.
and they just need a last pick that does enough damage because I think that might be their issue if Falcons does tank up a lot.
They should just get some physical damage carry because they've got plenty of magic with their first 4 heroes. That way it's a little bit harder for Falcons to itemize. Falcons needs more lockdown, certainly. Their only lockdown against Storm right now is basically just Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
And if they just go on Shadow Shaman, they're just going to do whatever the hell they want afterwards. So they need some disable big time.
Yeah, it seems like Gaimin is targeting some offlaners with the Night Stalker and the Mars ban, indicating that they think maybe Timber mid and Razor for the safe lane. But of course, anything is still possible. And let's see which other carry Falcons want to remove. Which ones are still in the pool that we could see that
I haven't seen too much of CK, but I feel like CKAA has always been like a good combo. It kind of gives them what
very
they want.
old school.
May I ask a query?
Yes.
Ask a question.
How bad's that Huskar hero these days? Why are you mocking me? Like directly mocking me for no reason? I didn't say anything stupid.
She has some resentment from this morning.
You invited me onto this panel. Anyway, is Huskar a bad hero?
I'm scrolling.
I haven't seen it yet.
He lost 3.4% Divine and above pubs within Dota 2. I don't know about Pro Tracker wise, but yeah, it seems like he is a on paper worse hero.
I would say he's still okay, but who would you think it for, or just in general?
Maybe some Marlene.
Marlene? I mean, it is pretty scary into AA. I feel like you're probably asking to
Probably a
get...
bad idea. Alright.
Is it the first Void Spirit that we've seen in the games that we've seen over the last like 2 days?
I believe so.
What's Void Spirit do, Bird? Tell us.
People have been playing Void Spirit. The biggest change probably to him is that he gets more health regen from strength, he gets more armor from agility, and he gets more mana regen and magic resistance from intelligence. So he basically just has extra stuff. It's only like 25% more, but it still matters because you usually buy all stats on this hero. And his what do they call? Facets are not very complicated. One of them basically just makes your astral AoE one the same as it was previous patch. The other one is based on a percentage of any magic damage you do, you get a barrier, an all damage barrier. The barriers are all damage, I believe. For
The left
both.
one is all damage, which is generally the one that people take right now.
Okay.
And then the right one, the magical damage you deal gives you a physical barrier.
It's physical.
But people aren't really taking that one.
Yeah, the
other one
numbers
is
on it
really
are
strong.
pretty bad on the right one, so everyone just goes left, and so he's basically just better than last patch, and he was like a real occasional pick last patch, so I feel like he's going to be totally fine as like a last pick, blind, I'm going to be countered mid laner, and I think it'll be good.
Oh, Links to round it up. Wow, there's the damage you were talking about, Sheever. A little bit of damage there.
Yeah, is that good enough?
Ooh, it's offlane Void Spirit.
It's oh,
It is
cool.
a Mar Void Spirit.
So lots of physical on the Gladiator side. The Void Spirit is going to be able to disengage from Cold Feet pretty safely. Is an upside. He can disjoint the Styrian arrows. He's going to have more armor just by buying agility items, so he could probably go Wraith Bands into like Eternal Shroud and just be really hard to kill. If he wants to. Or he can go more damage items, more stats.
I'm really conflicted on this one, you know? I like seeing crit on damage dealers, on guys that roam around and can kind of pseudo-carry. Shaman ain't really that.
But last patch, he said, what heroes do you want to be in the meta?
Shadow
And
Shaman.
Shaman
He
was
did
in
say
there.
Shadow
Okay,
Shaman.
well,
So he's a specialist. He's probably jacked right now.
one of me. Okay.
Is it one? Is it,
Shaman.
I think it's one of his level 25s. No?
I
It's
think
very
so.
high for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Shaman is, if you're bad at Dota, or if you are in a bracket you don't deserve to be in, Shaman is the #1 hero. The wards are your teammates, they'll never let you down. Your dumbass Sven is blinking in the fountain. Daddy's
Ward him up.
wards still hit the tower, okay? They don't do that, so you can always count on a Shaman. Anyway, I'm conflicted because I like seeing crit on aggressive damage dealing heroes, although he's a Shaman specialist. I also like seeing a Duraccio on tanky hitting heroes that can sometimes get out of position and still survive. He's on Clinks.
Clinks does that.
They're gonna win though.
He
I really like
Which
Gaming
one?
Smith.
He mentioned two.
No, Gaming Gladiators will win. He was
Okay.
trying to like shit talk
Oh,
Duraccio.
okay,
No,
okay.
he's gonna own this game. I think I really like their map play. I'm looking at Amar. If they're gonna win, it's him. His Aghanim Scepter in the mid game, you know, screw with the supports, bam bam.
I think Crit's gonna be setting up kills constantly with his disables. He's gonna be hard to kill. He has to have a good game. Amar has to have a good game for Falcons to have a chance to win because they don't have enough disable and they're gonna get picked off by the Storm combo and the Centaur and things.
It's rare that I've ever heard something so wrong, Kazoo.
Okay, tell me.
Honest to the Lord, you're so off. I will bet 5,000 behavior score that Falcons
You
have.
don't even have that much. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, all three of you. And we'll see if behavior score is won or lost with this upcoming games. Game #1 of our upper bracket finals, together with Only Pixel and Fog.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and indeed it's time for the upper bracket finals here between Gaming Gladiators and Team Falcons. I'm Only Pixel here with Fog, and very much looking forward to getting stuck into this one, Fog. Looking at the lineups, looking at the drafts. I mean, we've heard, of course, from the panel, they gave us a great sort of breakdown of all the innate abilities and the facets you can expect to see here. The tether.
Oh my, imagine he got stuck on the high
Because
ground.
one of those brambles might have gone and he could have been in a lot of trouble, Snaking. But Snaking gets out. But yeah, in terms of the facets and innate abilities, anything in particular you feel we should sort of point out here that you feel could have real big impact this game and that you're liking out of some of these newer reworked heroes in this patch?
I mean, they're all definitely going to be interesting. We've been seeing a lot more of the Storm in particular being able to target these remnants and stuff like that, but just his Galvanize, his innate is really nice. I mean, there's going to be so many possibilities. We could go through every single one and probably be like, this could have this potential. We see that the Shadow Shaman, he does have the Cluster Cluck too, so the panel was talking about like Gaming, they have this really good draft of being able to like jump a target and kill them automatically. I'm wondering if maybe these chickens are going to cause some problems or something. Who knows? I'm looking forward to this one. These are two best teams duking it up against each other with a lot of different variety that we've seen, at least from other teams. Sure.
And what do you make of this? Are you excited to see some, you know, off-lane void spirit here from Amar this patch?
Yeah, I mean, this hero definitely has some crazy potential. You can tank everything now, especially, let's say, this magic damage, which, as we see, Gaming has a ton of magic burst. Maybe he's going to be able to protect himself and be that initiating frontliner without needing a blink dagger, right? That's the kind of cool thing as a void spirit is you can just... It's innate, right? Level 6. You can jump in and try to catch something like an AA, which can suffer, versus these heroes that just get on top of you.
And overall, you like the way that Gaming Gladiators round things up. You were saying sort of up until that last pick. Very much lineup that's all on the magic damage.
Yeah.
They managed to sort of solve that, balance it out right by getting the clinks here for Duraccio to finish things off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll see if it all ends up working, because I do think Eternal Shrouds are still going to be extremely value on most of the Falcons heroes, but let's see if the Clinks does find an item build or just go straight down the physical route. And let's see if he does a build that me and you were just kind of looking at, some meme potential, but maybe good. Aghanims plus Shard on Clinks shoots all the Burning Barrage.
Yeah, I mean, it looks insane.
With
really
zero,
does.
with
It really
zero
does.
items, it does 1,000 DPS.
I don't know if people have been doing it in their pubs, but if they haven't, you got to start doing it. Absolutely, as you said, with the new change here with the Shard. As he says there, all his skeleton archers in range, channel and shoot multiple piercing arrows in the target direction. So you get that along with the summoning of the archers, obviously with the Aghanims. You have this whole wall of archers. Oh, he's out there.
Maybe someone at the door or something.
Oh,
like that.
probably. We've had a few
Yeah.
people at the doors.
But yeah, I wonder if we're gonna see it or if people have gotten to see it enough, because we literally just tested and we're like, with 0 items, it does about 2,800
It's over 2k
damage.
damage.
Yeah.
It's
With-
over 2k damage at full channel from Clinks and his wall of archers.
If it's a target that's stunned, of course, getting hit by every single one.
I mean, it's over 2 seconds, right? You know, you're highly likely to have some sort of control, especially when you look at the control that they do have, right? Between heroes like Ace on the Centaur, Tofu on the, Quinn as well on Storm. They can keep heroes held in position. But who knows? Maybe we'll see him just not buy the Axe at all this game.
Maybe not.
On Draft Show.
Maybe we'll see it later on, though. Just kidding. If anyone wants to just check it out, it looks pretty crazy. I have no idea if it's actually broken, but it looks...
Just dive straight into a pub.
Yeah.
Go straight into a pub, buy Axe on Clink, you'll win the game.
Yeah. And let's see, in particular, the lanes now we can talk about, besides all these grenades and whatnot, how strong the lane setups are. Shadow Shaman, a hero that's not played too much still. You can get why Crit wanted this game into a first 2-pick Storm. The instant Hex can be valuable, and he, of course, wants to play it, as he said many times. And who knows this potential of the clock. You know, this hero's gone up in win rate massively just because it's got buffs, of course, but also he has a built-in save, so who knows if it's how good it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to this one. Right off the bat, the lanes, I mean, the first few waves, the Storm versus Timber. Storm can do pretty well versus that Timber, of course.
I feel this bottom lane as well, right? This should be pretty comfortable for gaming.
It deals pretty hard. It's constant harassment. So much range poke onto the Void Spirit that Shaman, with your low range, can't really contest too much. So definitely feels like it's going to be a slower start for the side of Falcons in particular.
I guess at the least with that, the top lane, the safe lane, Skeeter should be pretty fun. Well,
Should be.
I mean, so far in the first few waves, it hasn't been easy. So yes, for him.
He should be
He's
pretty...
losing his courier. Ace is able to get the snipe on that.
He should be pretty survivable with the IO, but the base damage advantage of Centaur is something we always talk about versus ranged heroes. You have like a solid 15 plus, usually over most range cores. Mid lane, Maureen.
Quinn is having quite the time here.
I guess this matchup has gotten much worse for Timberstar. Look at it, he can just send the Remnant toward him.
Marin's got to be careful. I mean, another round of that.
That's pretty insane, actually.
You will completely zone these melee heroes away from the creep wave.
Yeah, I mean, Maureen being put at, what, 200 HP? You can't walk up. Quinn is absolutely free farming. Oh my goodness.
And as for level 4, did you say the Vortex would try for a kill, or is that not going to happen in this game? Or could it?
It could.
Yeah.
Quinn usually likes to play more of the farming route, but I think he could save a skill point if he sees an opportunity. Holy moly, a 19-6 to the 10-0.
And we saw the other day, you know, Maureen pop off on the Timbersaw, right, in this patch, so, you know, he's solid on the heroes with that Grandmaster tier, but in this matchup, definitely looking to be not an easy one to play on the first few waves against Quinn Storm.
He is only playing versus one strength hero, so the stat loss isn't going to be as valuable as when you see the burst damage potential onto some of these heroes. Tofu. He's got brambles.
I'm trying to dive in for him. I have to be a bit careful.
To pick with your middle tower.
Yeah, these lane setups are beautiful.
Yeah, see, just across the board, right, just favorable last hitting from the side of gaming in these lanes.
Yeah, Quinn does get the point just in case. And it's also just for the level 6 rotations if they do come out. And they will come out around those power runes that we see. And we'll have that extra kill threat onto him. And with like a bramble plus a storm is going to kill Timber.
Oh, absolutely.
The magic damage amp that it provides for a storm is pretty massive, especially in early game. Holy 25-10, okay, yeah. Used to see Timbers be able to stand versus Storm, but those times apparently are no longer.
Your middle tower was savagely betrayed.
I looked at this top lane as well, in terms of the IO and obviously snaking this game with the facet that he goes for is the classic one, the offensive one, given the attack speed and spell amp. Do you think we will see some games where the IO goes for the defensive one that gives that boost of magic resistance, or do you think most of the time the old school, the original, the attack speed and spell amp's always going to be the main reason why you want to play the hero?
They both definitely have merit. I could have even seen him do it this game, right? Because he's playing versus so much magic damage first, but he just wants to play for buffing his core, which makes sense, so. Buffing his core damage, that is. While just really amplifying Skeeters. Yes, look at this, just keeps going. Quinn keeping Maureen very low, sending remnants at him. Look at them. Pretty crazy.
I mean, might have a chance for a kill on the 6, right?
At 6?
Or he's going to get it with this creep.
They're going to call for TPs instantly, though, so you have to be prepared as Quinn if you do commit backwards.
Because he's making sure he's got pretty much full mana to make the play.
He might just not even need to have 6.
I mean, Maori's got to... Did he just go back to base?
Yes.
Yeah,
He has
he's got to
to.
take the walk back to base. I mean, this is going to give Quinn to easily get at least a level advantage ahead of him in this mid matchup.
That's going to be massive. Full level advantage, and he's going to have full mana and HP to be able to play around Power Rune. Maureen has to reset to be able to contest Power Rune. Bottom rotation is coming in. Crit.
Heavily slowed here.
IO rotation also. And Maureen is coming down.
Snaky's going to try and help Crit turn this one around. They turn over towards Celery, and Falcons will manage to get the first blood.
They got
Crit
numbers.
Still alive here, and in fact, finally dies, but not before they kill off the three of them. Falcons, they'll take the trade. And a very nice move from Maureen. Was suffering in that mid matchup, but able to get involved down there and get a bit of the benefit from that golden XP.
Really cool rotations. I think they see the rotation coming from Tofu with the ward they have on high ground. Snaking instantly goes through portal and does get them some kills. And Quinn's able to get the regen anyway, though, as he continues to absolutely dominate the mid lane.
And how good sort of the potential of Quinn's early moves this game is the Storm? Is there easy heroes to take and get the pickoffs on?
Just to watch out. I mean, Crit, you know, the Shadow Shaman is going to be one of the better answers versus Storms for a lot of time, but versus IO, you have some free picks. And Storm plus AA, it's like you'll have kill threat on almost anybody, especially in early game. As soon as the AA hits 6. Off to a phenomenal start. Yeah, of course, having the best rune you could probably get on a Storm Spirit. Wow, this static remnant change is pretty damn good, gotta say.
I think, yeah, these sort of matchups where maybe in the past Storm would have been favored anyway, you know, you're against any sort of melee hero. Yeah, as soon as you're able to hold lane position and send remnants fired at them, it never gives them a chance to really step up, get in for denies or anything.
And now because of the rotation that Snaking had to do down toward bottom, we're seeing Skeeter suffer even more, right? Up top, he's not really able to get too many CS versus Tofu up here now that he has 91 base damage on the Centaur. Dead versus 2 heroes, of course. Wisdom Rune, Crit, walks through the creep wave, won't be able to go for it. So 1 for 1.
Regen here as well for Quinn, he's going to get himself the jelly.
He's just going to be sitting always at full mana. It feels like they get early kills on him. Level 8 already.
They're going to have to bring a lot to this mid lane if they want to try and slow down this Storm.
He's going to be
Axe
a big
is
problem.
glad that your bottom tower is not access to see ruins that look better
Line.
than your
I mean, Amar's been doing well. It was, you know, the first couple of waves and levels, he had to play very carefully. He did. He's not fed at all down here. 1-0-2. He's getting good farm. So impressive stuff from what he's been able to do in a position where arguably he was definitely one of the tougher ones in the lanes, but it doesn't show on his performance so far. No. So very solid start from Amar.
Yeah, that rotation definitely really set him up to have this top net with his GC Maureen.
He knows. Yeah, it's a tough one for him.
Yeah, he's like, Quinn's getting a lot of help.
Yep.
I'm not able to get help because my side lanes did need a little bit more assistance now. And another top 2 rune, of course, the Storm. Arcane Rune. See how hard they want to commit onto him. We see the build already. Quinn wanting to go down the Orchid route. Really strong versus Void Spirit and Timbersaw, of course.
Yeah, he's going to get it super fast at this pace.
So Falcons they have to have their TPs ready for the ganks that are going to start coming. So as we saw there,
They're looking
are
sharp.
all ready.
Yeah, Quinn and Tofu. They're going to try and make their way over. These two, definitely easy ones for the Storm Spirit to gank.
Oof, and they've got Stampede too, so they can use that to either make the initial go or to reset and get out after they make the go.
I mean, checking out on Falcons, are they going to be quick on the response here?
Can they even though? It's kind of scary to defend up here. They'll need Maureen.
I mean, they were going to go for the twin gate. Celery, he was actually coming through the other way. As it is, he doesn't able to teleport through. Snaking, he'll get left behind. So they'll keep the carry out of harm's way with Skeeter heading down towards the bottom lane. They'll still lose a kill. We'll see both teams go for a bit of a tier 1 tower trade.
They got Duraccio though, so a nice little move.
That's
Skeeter. This is like the most Skeeter rotation ever, right? I think we see this every single game from him.
Yeah, he avoids the gank from Gaming Gladiators and he gets involved in a gank himself.
Yep. And Maureen is starting to get the catch up, and he is doing the same build that we saw him do. I believe it was yesterday. I don't know. It's such a long day yesterday, I can't even remember. But 8 toast, so giving them some extra control as we see they want more from Quinn.
tower is under attack.
2 to 4.
They won't be able to get the tower top, but he's not quite able to get the one down bottom.
With your middle
despite killing Duracho.
Duracho going the standard, the Ame build, Arcane Boots, Deso, Shard, and then we'll see if he does maybe go down Ags or whatever. He feels he needs something else to protect himself. This is going to be a very fast orchid. Setting up Quinn with stacks as well. Oh, Tofu, I guess he didn't get the Royal Jelly. Gets himself a shovel, still pretty good on the Willow. Jelly's broken on this hero. We've seen multiple times now the innate 100% heal mana thing. You know, full heal with your Shadow Realm. Shovel's always going to be amazing, though. Those crits level, still level 5. They have relocate online for Falcons, so now they can start bringing the numbers if Gaming isn't careful with how they set up the ganks as well, too. Let's see where the move happens, because AA is level 6 as well, so let's see if Quinn finds a target.
It's about snaking. Snaking, has he got anywhere to tether over to? TPs are coming in, he does have a target. Gets over to Crit.
Patience from Celery watching with the Ice Blast.
Well, not a lot that Skeeter can do to start things off against this Storm. And that sort of move there, a little bit of a poke from Quinn. It kind of forced the response from 4 of the heroes of Falcons. Seems to be quite a nuisance here with how strong of a start Quinn's had.
Well, Maureen's really far up.
They're going to go straight for him. They've got the blast coming in as well, but he's able to timber chain away, get himself out of the combo, and that will save him.
And the reload.
Whoa, hold up. They brought in the carries.
Wait,
Peter,
what?
I don't think he wanted to be a part of this trip. As he's dead.
And Maureen jumps in.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, well, I was going to say I want to watch a replay of that one, but maybe if you're a Falcons fan, you don't. Because that weren't the play for.
Definitely not what you want to do versus Gaming, how they've been playing with their speed. And they got out, and then they went back in. They forced it.
I mean, yeah, because Maureen getting out, maybe they just really thought that Maureen was going to be in a whole lot of trouble caught in the full combo. But even then, I mean, just completely outplayed. As soon as they come in, Tofu's able to hit the 2 of them with the fear, with the pushback. Maureen tries to sort of bail them out and find some sort of trade by throwing his body in as well. But it cost them all 3 of their lives there. Snakings plus the 2 main cores.
Gaming does Duracho. Might be able to get set up onto here.
With the opening.
Yeah, he's going down.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Amar, he's doing his best to carry the boys through this early game, I'll tell you what.
And they're picking off Duracho over and over again. Quinn, though, another kill. Looks like he's going to be fine. Snaking, she gets away.
Quinn wanting to overextend beyond the tier 2. He knows he doesn't have to right now. They've already got the lead, 5-5, 3K advantage.
Oh, he's going for the snipe?
Oh, it's a good effort.
Nice try. So, talking about a couple little other matchup things, as we saw there displayed, Willow versus Io has always been a great counter, as we saw there especially also, but you can do a lot of cool tricks with Willow versus Io. You can break the tether, you know, with terrorizes, or if you see the reload as we saw there, you have multiple different ways to set up.
Yeah, you're ready to prepare for it. Yeah, Tofu, he was more than ready. And they're good to go again now. Whoever they jump, they're going to probably, because they don't have Ice Blast, still on cooldown for 30 seconds from Celery. Yeah, with the Orchid alone should be enough for Quinn to pick and choose his target.
Such a good Orchid game versus this Timber and versus this Void Spirit. Maureen, he's deep.
The lockdown from Crit. The Stampede, though, Duracho's able to escape. As Crit's gone, Quinn, has he got enough mana to finish off Maureen? Aced him with a Who Stomp. They've got the damage to take him down. Amar now surrounded. He'll get the backup. His Snaking's going to bring Skeeter across. Amar takes an Ice Blast to the face, though. He's dead.
The blade mail.
I mean, it's hurting Skeeter. This damn Link is killing himself. Oh, it's looking a bit messy from Falcons. We don't normally see these sort of moves from these lads. They're not having a great one so far. A couple of these relocate moves from Snaking, they've gone horribly wrong.
They're trying super hard to make these aggressive plays, but these aggressive plays are actually just getting them killed. Quinn too powerful at this point. He's snowballing. And the thing about Storm Spirit now is snowballing is the name of the game for him too, because when he gets these kills, which he's leveling up, the Galvanize just really starts to build up.
It does, it adds up. So at the moment we've got 11 of these stacks. It's the 3.3 mana regen over on top of what he'd normally have. Starting to look at this damage, really just building up. You know, Duracho ready with his Deso. He's gonna have the shard soon as well. Quinn in the mid, he's found the pick up onto Skeeter. This game it's falling apart for Falcons. They've got to find some sort of way to slow this down. Because Gaming Gladiators here, 14 minutes in, they're starting to begin a bit of an old stomp.
And this was a first 2-pick Storm Spirit who is completely controlling the game. Amar.
With the root as well.
He's gone.
this is looking pretty flawless every game.
These guys seem to have a really good grasp on the patch. They've averaged 30-minute games so far. Falcons definitely slower off the bat.
I guess a lead
already.
Is you don't normally see Falcons in this sort of position this early on.
Don't know if we'll see Shadow Shaman again, I'll be honest with you. No crit. It's not like it's his fault.
Wait, is it?
You're
I don't
no,
think
not
it's
his
Shadow Shot.
I'll tell you why. I'll go into it afterwards. It's not his fault, it's just you don't help your lane so much.
Okay.
So I feel like even though Amar had a good time, this hero can be very difficult, especially when you're behind. Yes, you have Hex versus Storm Spirit, but you have to commit your hero in most situations, while Willow can sit in the back, throw the brambles.
Yeah.
It's the reason we've been seeing the Willow so much in comparison, right?
I mean, fair. I feel like from what we're seeing, I would maybe say...
on Crypt, sorry.
What?
No, I didn't mean to just destroy.
No, I mean, it's all about the picks as well. I feel like the mid lane matchup, maybe they didn't expect this to be as tough as it was for Maureen against
Perhaps,
Quinn.
yeah.
I feel like, you know, the difference, the lead that Quinn was able to get in this matchup, I can't imagine Maureen was stepping into lane expecting this sort of outcome.
Yeah, I mean, Falcons, they really need to try to slow things down, but it's just not happening.
I don't know if they can. And just, you know, we saw the smiles from him earlier. I mean, Ace, he's in a beautiful spot. He's nearly got his Shiva's guard.
He is huge. And another jump, another kill. Some little chickens to try to juke him, but not going to happen.
And in the mid, Tofu. Single-handedly holding back Maureen.
Great aggressive vision, great aggressive plays. Scouting with the
everywhere.
Ratio too. They are everywhere.
I think they just crossed the whole map and they're getting away with it because of the lead that they have. It's very difficult for Falcons to punish this bunch. Amar, he's got his eyes on Celery.
Your top tower
He's got his liver already.
Celery should die. He'll get his spells off.
He got his spells off, which is a big deal on Maureen.
I mean, indeed, because Tofu's in with the damage.
He's got him.
And these sort of trades, they're not going to get Falcons back in the game anytime soon.
Ratio just tipping snake as he gets the kill instantly on him.
Your top
Holy moly.
tower is
Yeah,
under
super
attack.
aggressive plays and just so much magic damage that it's overwhelming, and it's before there's any Eternal Sprouts or anything like that for the side of Falcons to be able to tank for us then.
And they're taking these tier 2s as well. We're just 17 minutes in. They've got the tower pressure here with Druud on the clinks.
Amar has to work wonders. He's got Aghanim, so he's got this built-in silence to attempt to get some extra control, but just that things are just accelerating too fast for them to slow down.
Yeah, I think, you know, if anyone's going to turn this game around, it's going to be Amar. But it's not easy. He's in with the jump. Sets up with the catch, and they get the follow-up Hex. They manage to lock down Quinn. He's getting low. Can he zip out of this? He can.
He can.
Quinn's away. They could have finished him off. Mallory's dead again. Crit to fall. And Quinn, he's even looking at jumping on the back lines. He gets the grab back on towards Amar. Ice Blast flying over.
It's on today.
It's going to hit him. Smack bang on, hit in the face.
This might be
Call
over.
it.
They can't do anything. Any aggressive
How do you get yourself out of this sort of position?
Holy moly.
They're going to try.
The speed that they're playing at is insane. They're already, Quinn lives with what, 10% HP? Even hesitates, he doesn't even zip instantly.
It's amazing they couldn't kill him there. Was there some sort of missed ability or something else that could have been thrown at him that could have? Because they had a lot of heroes, but no one able to get that final touch onto Quinn to kill him off. Would have been worth a lot of gold if they could have killed this Storm Spirit.
And look at the vision they have already placed bottom. Amar, he shows, walks right through the ward. They're right on top of him with the Ratio.
It's just such a hard game for Falcons to play. And they're this far behind.
I mean, mid lane also, they're making moves everywhere on the side of gaming.
They're just diving the tier 2s, killing off Skeeter on the carry Razor, Maureen, little Timber Chain away, down bottom, they've killed off Amar, they've killed off Snake King. Maureen somehow gets away.
Maybe.
Oh, this blast is not going to hit. It was not far off, though. I mean, they're holding on. They're going to play on to see if maybe Gaming Gladiators make some sort of monumental mistake.
But it does feel like it has to be absolutely.
It has to.
They already have all the answers. As you said, the Shivas is finished so early.
Yeah, I mean,
the healing's not even there. They're all just massive.
Quinn's got his Eternal Shroud, so he can really just YOLO in there, and not a lot that they can do to threaten him.
This hero seems absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, Quinn's in his element this patch. He's got to enjoy some Lesh. Now he's sort of branching out a bit, bringing in the Storm, which we didn't see as much of in the previous patch. But he's clearly having a great time. Derecho is also, not gone for the Axe this one.
No.
Which I'm a little disappointed. I want to see some Magnum's clinks, as we were saying at the start. The numbers are pretty insane between the Axe and the Shark.
But he doesn't even need it.
I mean, he doesn't. With the Deso and now the crit into the Daedalus.
Mid? They have the damage for Ace.
No way. They get him down to about a third of his HP.
I mean, I guess you don't even need the eggs when you have all these skeletons anyway. Holy crap, this
Yeah, that's very true, actually. Dirachi all smiles here.
Honestly, their heroes look pretty broken. They call it.
I mean, no surprise. I mean, I guess the only surprise is they didn't call it a few minutes ago, because this game, it's been over for a while. Gaming Gladiators, 20 minutes in, they get this victory against Falcons. Not what I think people were expecting coming into this series, right? A stomp, maybe, but a stomp at this level and this way round. I mean, this is fantastic for Gaming. You can see why the smiles are coming out. They've just done this against Falcons.
I mean, these guys have clearly done so much homework this draft.
Yeah.
As the panel mentioned too, they really like the way that they could always focus target any of these heroes if the game got to that point. But this game got to it so much faster. It's 10 minutes in. Quinn is dominating everything. Lanes have gone great. Only Amar is the one having any farm, and they can just make setup on multiple different lanes, as we saw there. They're killing mid, they're killing bottom, they're split up, they're scouting. The game plan for Gaming was beautiful. And I mean, Ace, he got a blade mail kill on a Razor.
Yes. Yeah, the Skeeter just, he didn't have a fun time on that one. 0-6-2. A couple of fights, to be fair to him, that he was sort of dragged into that he may not have wanted to be.
That's true.
Yeah, unfortunate relocates early on, but at the same time, they clearly felt that they had to try something, they had to do something. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. All went downhill really from that point onwards for Falcons. I mean, Gaming on top of the world there with that victory, as you saw on their faces. They just managed to get themselves a 20-minute victory against Team Falcons in this game
20 minutes. I mean, I know that the games were very long in the previous match, but speeding them up to 20 minutes is, well, quite interesting. Let's talk about this game. I'm joined by Distractions like Kezu and Sinnerin. Sinnerin, since you haven't had the chance to talk about this match, did you expect a beatdown like this after you saw the draft?
I think this kind of strategy for both teams has a pretty high chance of just being a stomp either way, and it really depends who gets off to a good start. Now that if Gaming Gladiators, I think especially the sequence that we just saw in the mid lane where 3 heroes from the side of Falcons die, and it's just a 3-0 exchange in Gaming's favor, and you look at the lineups, this is going to accelerate Storm, and it's going to accelerate the Centaur really, really hard. And yeah, I can't say I'm too surprised. I also said this before the series even started. I was talking about it at the end of last night. I was like, okay, today's games between Gaming and Falcons, I think they're going to be stomps, all of them. And I favor Gaming, so I mean, so far so good, I guess. I didn't expect it to be this bad, though.
I think, Kezu, you had the inkling that this could be happening.
Yeah, like I did like their draft more, but I didn't expect it to get out of hand this quickly. Isn't that right, Sir?
I think he's muted because he dropped behavior scores, so...
That's true, I can't actually hear you. No, but I think it all starts with like a little bit of this matchup in the mid lane. Timbersaw is not universal anymore. He doesn't have the same like base damage. He's way easier to lane into. And Quinn has always been, he's the best mid laner when he can win his lane and like use his body, like moving forward on the map and applying pressure. He did that in this game. This was like when he used to do this all the time on Embersford when they won all their tournaments. I think he was set up for success. He has the perfect supports to enable him. And they just straight up kind of made Falcons look like noobs in this game.
Yeah, man, if Falcons doesn't want to show up, I don't want to show up either. I'm not going to panel.
Back to you, Sheever.
I mean, what the hey? Why? The Snake King TPing his homies into a fight to kill everybody? I mean, dude, if I was in this game, you should be able to do Overwatch for pro games, honestly. Like, Overwatch report on Snake King on that one. Homie's getting low pro for a while. That was rough.
It was a rough game. I feel like we've had, like last Thursday, all our games were pretty one-sided.
Yep.
First matches on the new patch was kind of expected. But there's a difference between one-sided games, Sin, and 20-minute games. I feel like this was next level.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you think about it, is it really surprising that it's Gaming doing this when we've seen the trajectory of the tournament, right? Toward the end of the last patch, they were starting to win their games in like 30 minutes. On the old patch, we get into the new one, they absolutely stomped their first series, and they're feeling themselves. I think the patch and the pacing is really good for teams that are good at playing aggressive early on. Because like it checks all the boxes for what Gaming can do in some of their more one-sided series.
Yeah, and I think one important part when you're going for a very fast-paced game is making sure you got vision to match that aggression. And I believe Kurt is going to tell us exactly where that vision went.
That is exactly right, Sheeper. When you are winning a game, having vision gives you better knowledge and opportunities to get more kills. And while this might have seemed like a small kill in this game, this Kadia ward of the game here, this Observer ward to the left near the Secret Shop, spots out Crit behind the Tier 1 tower. This gives him the confidence to dive. He's the heavy disabler on the enemy squad. They run past, they all blow him up. They kill him, then they take the tier 1 tower. And then while Crit's dead, this makes them feel confident to go to other places in the map. Snake King gets caught here on the rune spot. Great Bramble Maze from Tofu, that gets them that kill. And then they cross the map again, and they kill Crit under the tier 2 tower. There's the storm zipping across the whole map. They were just setting tempo. This is the course of like a 2-minute period.
Yeah.
And then they go the other side of the map, play the other side of the map, getting kills. Don't let Falcon push out those side lanes. So that ward starts the first kill, that starts the tower cascade, that gets another kill, that gets another kill. Sometimes it's a rolling snowball, and that's what we saw that game. That's why it ended so fast.
All right, so we saw Storm being picked up second,
Yeah.
right? And we knew even towards the end that Shadow Shaman really was the only one to really be able to deal with it. Like, is that, because that sounds kind of bad. Is that bad?
Well, the Void Spirit was their last pick. Void does have disables. Void Ags will do AoE silence. Great against Storm Spirit. But by the time he got it, it was a little bit too late. They revealed it by the tier 2 tower top. That was the one where Storm he almost died.
Yes,
Then he balled in place, and then he escaped. He's like, oh, I guess I'm just alive. If they had gone that earlier, AKA had a better laning stage, then maybe they kill Storm. So they needed to die less, have a better laning stage, and then use that to kill Storm. But it didn't happen. The laning stage was rough.
Yeah.
For ATF, he caught up once the ganks started happening in other places. But yeah, the lane against the AA plus Clinks was really bad for him.
Okay, before we head over to the guy behind me, one question. If they would have swapped Void Spirit to the mid lane to go up against Storm and Timber on the offlane, would that have been a little bit better?
I mean, Void Spirit is probably going to last hit better, certainly. But Timber's also going to take just a huge amount of damage from Clinks and AA. So in some ways, Gladiators just kind of had their number. I haven't seen Falcons get stomped like this maybe ever. So it was a big game.
They got another chance, obviously, in the next game. See how that goes for them. But first, checking in with Cinder and here in the social corner. What's up here, Sin?
Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Social Media Report, where today we're going to have a look at what you guys, or rather, not necessarily you guys. I don't know if you're watching, if you're also a Redditor, but there's probably a pretty major overlap. On Reddit, we have a ton of memes right now, and you guys love memes more than anything. I know that. So, welcome to the meme review. First up, we've got the classic "Me and the Boys" meme. It's a lot of plague wards. I think there's more plague wards than people in this picture, so it doesn't really make sense. But then again, it does, because you can put as many of these on your friends as you want.
Yeah.
Until they expire.
I saw it in the game. First of all, Noxious Plague is better than Patient 0-1. But if you do go for this, it looks cool. And on the lane, it's kind of annoying to lane against, but after that, it's useless. It's the most useless thing I've seen. Also, wards do less damage to heroes, so, you know, that whole goal is also...
But it looks cool.
It looks very cool.
But it looks cool, and that's what matters the most. We're on to the next one, which also looks cool. It's Me and the Boys winning duels. Unfortunately, if this applies to you, you picked the wrong facet. But you can have a celebratory dance on the stairs while you enjoy your 10% lower win rate than if you had taken the other facet.
Is it actually 10%?
I don't know. It's probably something like that.
Yeah,
The other one
I
is
would believe it.
absolute
This one is way worse. This one is garbage.
No.
You're griefing.
No.
All right, Slacks, take it away. Why is it good?
You could be friends.
All right, thanks, Flex.
All right,
Next.
thank you.
Next, we got the next one. All right, here we go. He has like a 35% win rate, Lamau. We've got Tinker Pickers and everyone else. And I think there's going to be a little bit of a narrative here. Let's already look for the next one immediately, because these are going to tie in very well together. Because the next one we've got up here is another W update, Tinker getting punched by Valve.
I mean, he did get punched real hard.
He deserved it.
It's been a while since I've seen a hero get punched this hard.
Since Techies, maybe?
You know what the last hero we've seen punched this hard was? Let's take a look at picture number 5. That's right. You guessed it, Purge. Good guess. It's Techies.
Oh,
I could almost taste it. We were this close to greatness, but unfortunately for Techies enjoyers, your facets are not your old spells, which only sickos would want, and one of those is on the couch right now. Still sad about Techies, and understanding probably a little bit of... Do you feel sorry for the Tinker players now that you've experienced it as Techies, Slacks?
Oh my god. Yeah, I feel bad for the Tinker players. I feel bad. I'll feel bad for you. 2 years from now, your favorite hero will go the same way. Every hero will eventually be the annoying one that they destroy until all we have left is Wind Ranger and every hero that feels like a fucking League hero. So enjoy that. I'll be playing Deadlock.
I am so happy we took the camera off.
Full job.
off, guys.
All right, thanks, Slax. I hope,
It definitely was a thumbs up, don't you worry.
I hope Deadlock treats you well, Slax. Thank you, everybody, for checking out the social media corner. And, of course, Slax for being a good sport about all of it. Wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah, break ready. Let's go over to a break because when we're back, it's time for Falcons to have another shot at Gaming Gladiators, or maybe Gaming Gladiators will make this a very fast series.
Are you losing all your MMR? Do you need some artificial professional help? Well, then look no further than ChatEPT, ESL's new partnered AI chatbot.
Hey, ChatGPT, I have no idea what to buy. Can you help me?
Absolutely. I know exactly what you should buy.
Great.
Your next item should be Mantle of Intelligence.
What?
Your next item should be Mantle of Intelligence.
Need help outside of the game? ChatEPT can help with that too.
Hey, ChatEPT. I need some assistance with my English homework. Can you help me?
Gee willikers, that sounds fun.
Okay, so I'm writing a story and I need your help finishing it. Here's what I have so far. Once upon a time.
That's all you have?
Yeah.
Gosh, that is atrocious. What an egregious insult to my ears. Of all the nonsense gobbledygook that has come through my ever-loving
You
receptors,
don't even have
that
ears.
is one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
In addition to ChatEPT, we're also proud to introduce the beta version of our other AI tool, ChatGPK, designed for fitness. Working out and struggling to find motivation? Look no further.
Hey, ChatGPK. I'm really struggling to find motivation to work out. Can you help me?
Конечно. Ты можешь это сделать, давай.
Can you dial up the motivation just a little bit more than that?
Не проблема. Ты ебаная собака, как ты играешь? Ты худший тиммейт, ты позор для мужчин.
Amazing.
Go online to the World Wide Web and download it today. ChatEPT and ChatEPK are not real products. Any losses in your public matchmaking games are entirely your fault, not your teammates. ESL do not accept responsibility for any MMR you may or may not lose.
Wake up with no alarm, brand new kind of charm, and fresh hot coffee and a big old mug. Can't wait to get my face in the morning sun. Yeah. Make a list, check it out. Doing on it, what I want. 'Cause there's nothing better than making waves out front and center and home parade, home parade, home parade, home parade. Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, oh, I'm feeling good. Solid gold, shining into flame. So come and take a look. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Hold up, windows down, roll in with the classic sound. I spent $5 on Walmart shades, can't wait to start traffic in my own parade, home parade, home parade, home parade. Oh, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling, oh, I'm feeling good. Solid gold, shining into flame, so come and take a look.
Hey guys, we are here to play what our producer tried to dress up really a lot to not be the Newlywed Game. So we're just gonna play the Newlywed Game. We're gonna get questions about each other and answer them and see who knows the other one better. And I am obsessed with Shiva. Obsessed. Let's get started. I have good faith. Correct. I was immortal. Okay. Might have played in a stack, not a Smurf stack, but a stack. When they recalibrated and they took away everyone's MMR, and I decided to play them all at the same time, I went down. I think I was like 85, 84 or some shit. But no, I gotta grind it again. Warlock's buffed again, so I'll be back to immortal soon. I'm gonna give 2 answers here. Okay. The one that she wants me to say, and then there's both Owen. 10 out of 10. Great game, producer. Great fucking game. Okay, but for real though, is Owen your favorite caster? Because you do hear Owen all the time.
No, the thing is, he doesn't actually cast as much lately.
That's true.
And yeah, he is, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll write down my answer.
Yeah, write down your answer.
This is your actual first good question. Thanks so much. Okay. I have it. Do you have it?
I have it.
Okay. Tsunami, that's cute. Too hairy though. I would choose Purge because the 2 heads are very tortured. And I think who would be the most pained to be attached to me for all of time?
That's what you go for? Why do you always need to torment
I'm not
people?
tormenting it. That's the more accurate. One's like the super smart head and one's the dumb head, and they don't like each other.
Okay, well, in the actual Dota 2 the video game, they're both idiots.
That wasn't necessary to say. So next question.
Yeah, what would that be? Like,
That's a great question.
oh, we'll have to write something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. What's the answer?
Organizer of conferences.
What the fuck? That's not a job. Organizer of conferences? I put murderer.
Organizer.
And then I thought about it, and then I put a horsewoman. As in a affluent woman with a big hat that talks about horses. The answer may surprise you. Okay. Yeah, it is Wind Ranger, and then I drew her getting